Tyrique George's move to Fulham has finally fallen through as we come to the end of the summer transfer window. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the 6 Yard Banter, your front row seat to the Premier League's top six drama with a Chelsea twist. Yeah, it's Chelsea first and rivals next. So let's quickly run through everything that went on in the later hours of the day, and I'll give my opinions afterwards. So, as first called by Jacob Steinberg, um, Tyrique George move to Fulham fell through, and this is due to Harry Wilson remaining at the club. Chelsea had given George permission to complete the transfer, and this one I don't know how to feel about Tyrique George's move going to Fulham um, falling through. Selfishly, I'm happy it didn't go through. I think because it gives us more depth and all that. But for the boy's career, I feel like he needs more playing time. So one part of me is happy that it's still within the club. Another part of me is unhappy that it fell through. The poor kid must have been really disappointed about it. Finally, Chilwell has secured a 2 years move away from Chelsea to sister club Bluco. Strasbourg, on a 2 year deal, and apparently Chilwell has 2 years left on his contract. So at the end of his 2 years contract, I think it's going to be sold maybe next year. That's just my honest opinion. I don't think the club will allow him run down his contract. This is just to give him enough playing time and probably sell him to Saudi Arabia or maybe Italy or maybe Turkey or something. But I know that Chelsea won't allow him run down his contract. So that's that about Chilwell. Next is Axel Disasi and Raheem Sterling. These two were unable to secure a move away from the club. Apparently, West Ham made contact with Chelsea for Axel Disasi on loan, but because Chelsea gave the last loan spot to Nicholas Jackson, because earlier on is Nicholas Jackson moved to Bayern, which is a loan with an option to buy with obligation. Apparently, it's so much option and obligation, a mix of option and obligation. The obligation is if he meets certain conditions, and the condition is that he has to play reasonable amount of game for the obligation to be triggered, and that's on Nicholas Jackson's move to Bayern Munich. But Axel Disasi couldn't secure a loan move away to West Ham because of the last loan spot given to Nicholas Jackson. So Raheem Sterling still couldn't secure a move as well away from the club. And one link earlier on said that Raheem Sterling was going to fight for a spot, and I do not know what spot there is to fight for, because we are really, really stacked on the wing side. On the left and right wings, with Chelsea stacked. We have Garnacho, we have Jimmy Gittins, and now Tyrique George's move has also fallen through. So I'm sure Enzo Maresca will also have to find a way to get him back into the team and all that, and want to give him at least reasonable amount of playing time. So yeah, I don't think there's any space left for Raheem Sterling to fight for, which means we're just going to have to keep him in the reserve and keep paying him £325,000 a week. That's one hell of a money. So moving on, Nicholas Jackson has been unveiled in Bayern Munich, and he's going to be wearing the number 11 jersey. And this is what his agent Ali Barad had to say. So according to Ben Jacob, Ali Barad on Nicholas Jackson Bayern Munich's move, At Epic Sports, we don't wait for the right opportunity, we build it. Nicholas needed a platform that matches his ambition. At Bayern, he finds a structure of excellence, a football identity tailored to his strength, and a project that will allow him to write the next chapter of his legacy. You see, what I find funny about this is that Nicholas Jackson and his agent forget that he was given two consecutive seasons, okay, unopposed, where he didn't even have any form of competition. The only competition Nicholas Jackson had was Nkunku, and I dare say that Nkunku wasn't even up to it because at one point he was ridden with injury. The only time Nkunku would get the opportunity or got the opportunity was during the conference league. So Nicholas Jackson had ample opportunity to take part, to stake a claim for himself. He did all right. He did decently, but he did not grab the opportunity that was afforded to him or available to him. Okay, so that's not on anyone. That's on Nicholas Jackson alone. Okay, so when agents just want to big up their players, I think that they need to have in mind that we are witnesses to Nicholas Jackson's play. Granted, the Bundesliga is going to give him the opportunity and the freedom to move and do what he can do better than the Premier League gave him because the Premier League's pace and intensity is higher than that of the German league. So what Nicholas Jackson's agent has just come out to say is just completely one-sided and unfair. But I don't blame him. He's only doing his job as an agent. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about what Nicholas Jackson's agent Ali Barat has just said. These are also pictures of Nicholas Jackson doing his photo shoots and him being unveiled. So my question is, what will Chelsea do with the rest of the players that failed to secure a move away from the club? Players like Axel Disasi, Raheem Sterling. I want to believe that there's still room for Tyrique George to play or work with the first team, which he was doing before he tried to secure a move away from Chelsea to Fulham. And what other players do we still have left that failed to move away? What do Chelsea do with them? But Raheem Sterling especially. This bloke is just racking up all the money that he can possibly secure as is agreed in his contract. But then, man, don't you want to play? You still have Turkey to go to. You still have Saudi Arabia, man. Make yourself useful. I don't know. Sorry, I'm telling is frustrating me, to be honest. I don't know what to do with this man anymore. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about Tottenham. Guys, I think we really, really need to have a discussion about Tottenham because Tottenham have done exceptionally well in this summer transfer window. And before the window slammed shut, they also secured Randall Colomwani on a season-long loan move from PSG. And this means that they have strikers in Moani, Solanke, and Richarlison. They also secured players like Kudus and Xavi Simons. You think that with this crop of players that Tottenham have, you think that they are not dark horses. Now I'm looking at them Tottenham as one of these dark horses, but then can they break the course of being bottle jobs? That's another question that needs to be answered. Moving on, let's talk about uh, Marc Guehi of Crystal Palace. We thought that his move was already secured and he was going to move to Liverpool. But guys, guess what? It fell through. And this was down to the fact that Oliver Glasner, who happens to be the manager of Crystal Palace, took a different turn and decided that if they end up selling, if Gay leaves, it was also going to move. Man, this means that Chelsea do not get a 20% sell-on clause, or sell-on, or return on investment, and looks like Gay might move in January. This transfer window has been one hell of it has been one hell of I just do not have the word for it anymore. It's been complete chaos, like left, right, and center. It's been a war zone. It's been a complete war zone. But yeah, it's been interesting so far. It's been interesting so far. So my guess is I'm not guessing. I think we need to keep an eye on Tottenham, factoring that this is bearing in mind that their manager in Thomas Frank is more organized than their former predecessor. That I mean their predecessor in Ange Postecoglou and the one before them, before Postecoglou. So I think that if their backline in Van der Ven and Romero doesn't bottle it and injury doesn't hamper them, that they should be in it for this season. They've got a very very good squad. I dare say that they've got a squad that is nearly, if not on the same level as Chelsea's right now. And this is me being honest with you. I think this Tottenham squad is good enough to challenge. Okay, they still have players that are still injured in Kulisevsky and I think they still have another that is very significant or important to their squad that is also injured, who is also that is different from Kulisevsky. I've forgotten it. I've forgotten his name, but yeah, that's Tottenham. Keep an eye on Tottenham for real. Let's keep an eye on Tottenham. Uh, uh, who else is missing? Have I not talked about? Alexander Isak to Liverpool was confirmed earlier and is also been unveiled. And I think that we should just give the trophy. This is me. This is me just saying it's as good as they have one foot in the at the finish line already with Isak being added to their squad and Eketike also firing. They have a balanced and good squad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. They've got a very good squad, and yeah. So that's all. Jadon Sancho has also joined Aston Villa on loan. Aston Villa is going to be covering 80% of his salary, with United covering the rest. I think is that if that's correct. Uh, who else again? Asensio. You would think that Asensio was going to join Aston Villa, but now he's on his way to Turkey to join a Turkish club. I think it's Galatasaray. And Ederson has also moved from Man City and is heading to Turkey as well. So looks like the money is in Turkey. Looks like the money is in Turkey. Anyway, Raheem Sterling, you better go and join them there. I mean, you have enough play opportunity to play. You play to play your to do what you know how to do best. I mean, and that is running down the left wing and dazzling and all that. The Turkish league, it shouldn't be as tough as the Premier League. So if you've been able to, for you to have done it for years in the Premier League, I think you should be able to do even more in Turkey. So I hope that you reconsider and not just decide to go and sit and vegetate away. That's my take on that. Let me know what you guys think and what you feel we can do about Sterling. Do you think we can find a way to get him back into the squad? Him and Axel Disasi. And what do you think about Ali Barat's statement regarding Nicholas Jackson move to Bayern Munich? And yeah, so this is all there is to say today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I really, 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 you guys, I really need your help. I need you guys to engage me and tell me what you guys think about everything that's been talked about. See, I took the time to to make 3 videos for you guys as regards everything that's happening in the transfer window. And don't get me wrong, I really, really enjoy what I'm doing, and I would like you guys to encourage me by smashing the like button and comment where necessary, and don't forget to subscribe. Tomorrow I have another video for you guys as to my opinion on Chelsea's summer transfer window so far, and I probably might have 2 videos because I also want to give my take on who had the best summer window amongst the top 6, the Premier League's top 6. So it depends on what time I'm able to put out my first video, which happens to be my opinion or my take on Chelsea's summer window so far. And then if there's enough time, then we can do the other one. Otherwise, I'll leave it to the next day. And that's all for now. Don't forget to check. I already said that already. Anyway, till then, it's Chelsea first, rivals next. Peace.